Hello everybody and welcome to the Night Garden. I am VampireAntihero and I'm here to talk to you about art today. I apologize for my voice, I am getting over a cold, so if I sound pretty stuffy and plugged up, that's why. I'm doing my best here, so bear with me. I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about this piece that I'm working on in the background. So this is something that I originally drew for a commission example on my website. And I just did little strips of different rendering styles to kind of showcase what I can do. You'll see me pull it up as well. And now I'm working on the entire piece. I want to make it as a splash art for the entrance page to my website. Just to kind of call back to that example piece that I put together first. I have been sitting on this for a couple of weeks now. I keep starting it, and then staring at it and putting it away. Starting it, staring it, putting it away. And this is something that I don't typically do with my professional pieces, but when it comes to personal pieces, I struggle with this pretty intensely. And it is a form of imposter syndrome. And what imposter syndrome is just those feelings that kind of sneak up, the little brain weasels that are like, oh, I'm not good enough for this, I'm not going to make it in this career, those kind of things. Like, you've somehow put on a suit of being a good artist instead of actually being a good artist. And I wanted to take a quick minute to talk about that because I know pretty much every single artist that I've come into contact with has felt imposter syndrome at some point or another. And I wanted to show this piece in particular because it's something that I'm struggling with it on. This is a really in-depth piece for me. I don't typically go this hard with my perspective, with trying to make things look 3D, with really trying to make something shine, and this is a higher skill level for me. And something that I wouldn't have been able to do even 6 months ago, I don't think. And that is daunting. Another thing that I want to point out about this is that I have been working very, very intensely on my artwork this year, and I have gone very hard, very fast on my rendering style. So now I think I'm starting to hit the point where I'm tripping and going, okay, well, now I need to overthink it. And I don't need to overthink it. You don't need to overthink it when you've gotten better at your craft. You don't need to second guess what you're doing. Just do it. A lot of what you do is for fun, right? And if you're working professionally, then these things don't even enter your mind. What enters your mind is whether or not the client's going to be happy, what the brief is, telling you to do. Those types of things. It takes the guesswork out of it. So why do we struggle with our personal work, right? And like I said earlier, I picked this piece in particular to show when I was talking about this because I've been struggling with this pretty heavily with this piece in particular. You'll see me undo things that I spent a long time rendering. You'll see me change colors, delete things, redo things entirely. And at the end of actually recording this, and I think I spent about 2 hours working on this before I ended my recording, I only have the roof and the background done. So it's one of those things where sometimes you need to walk away from it. That's what I did with this piece at the end of this video, and I have a work in progress shot showing that, but I'll come back to it when I'm feeling a little bit more confident, and that is probably going to be today. It will probably be another day. We'll see. I will get it done. And the only way that I'm going to be able to get it done is if I stop telling myself that I am not enough. It is okay if people don't like your artwork. It is okay if you don't like your artwork. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is if you get up and show up for yourself every single time. You can't just say, well, I can't keep doing this. It's not worth it. There's not enough for me to do because I'm not good enough. Because the only thing that you are hurting is yourself. with those types of thoughts. And everybody feels imposter syndrome, whether it be writers, artists, any number of creatives. The scariest thing about being creative is that you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position, and there's no linear path to tell you whether or not you're doing well. So you need to rely on yourself to know whether or not you're doing well, and we are our own worst critics. We will sit here and tell ourselves until the end of the day that there is nothing that our art will amount to. But here's the thing. The things that we experience, the things that we do, we look at as our baseline. We look at as, alright, this is normal, because we do it every day. So, if you can find the space to look at what you do as something extraordinary, something that you have worked hard to do, years of experience, even if you're just starting out and you're doing better than you've done 6 months ago, and you're looking at your stuff and you're going, well, I don't know, it's not good, then give yourself space to step back and think objectively. You've worked hard for this goal. You have done well on this goal. And what you've done now blows what you could do before out of the water. So with that, I'm going to throw some music on, let the rest of the video play out, and I will see you guys at the end of the video.